just for the sake of, because we're recording this, I'm gonna try and avoid I'm gonna try and avoid as many urges to make references to when we've done this in the past.
Oh, no, that's not happening. I'm doing that, Will.
Oh, no, I'm making absolutely no promises. I'm just saying I'm gonna try.
Oh, I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna deliberately make them like we have in the past.
Oh, okay. All right. So I guess I'll open up my TXT.
Yeah, you should do that. Send me that actually right now, before I forget, just so I can remember and look upon all of the references and the beautiful pieces of machinery we've discovered over how it's made.
Okay, that should be it. It's runninggags.txt.
Runninggags.txt. I like it.
Yeah, it's a really good name, I think.
Worm screw, blast freezer, drench cabinet, brine solution for 4 to 10 hours for the mozzarella cheese, browning microwave, potato escalator spelled incorrectly.
Oh, oops.
Heat gun, metal spaghetti. I don't remember that one. Hamster's paradise. I remember that. Gluer, coagulation tank, jokes.
Yeah.
Wilmark break-it razors, pinata sweatshop. It was just the person making the fucking pinatas.
It's like the one woman in like a 10-foot by 10-foot room making pinatas.
Pablo stepped on the go-go beans. He just steps on all your food before you get it. Yusuf and Marco perform tasks that require machines with their hands.
Oh, dude, so, Yusuf and Marco are badasses.
So yeah, there's Mark the cunt with the turtlenecks.
Yeah.
There's Mark, the guy who breaks shit for no reason. And then there's Marco, cousin of Yusuf, or was it cousin or brother of Yusuf?
Cousin. It was cousin.
Cousin of Yusuf. All right.
Okay, let me. All right, I'm ready for this. So.
All right, you want to give it an intro?
This has been the intro, I guess.
All right.
Why, like my regular intro?
Something that isn't just starts with us blandering.
Okay. All right. This is something we've done for a while now. Like, not all the time, but like every so often when we're just bored and want something to do, we'll just watch how it's made from, like, what channel was it from again? I forget what it's called.
It doesn't matter.
All right, like Discovery or Science Channel or something. I don't remember. Anyway, it's genuinely cool to watch how stuff is made, but sometimes, like, some stuff just seems kind of silly. It's just fun to kind of poke fun at it.
Yeah, this is completely based on making fun of the show or making fun of the characters or making fun of the process.
Yeah, it's not so much we don't like it, because I actually really like how it's made. It's just some things are really easy to make fun of.
Such as the main mission right now is to go through and watch all of the episodes from How It's Made that we can get our hands on that are from a specific season. This specific season has a commentator who is a woman who loves to make puns, specifically about the things that are being made that day.
Yeah, we call her Pun Lady. So should we just get this started? Because I'm looking at Audition and it's been like 4 minutes already.
All right, well then let's get this train wreck going.
All right. So we're barely in, but I already have a good feeling about this.
Man, we haven't done this in a while.
No.
It's been months and months.
Yeah, I've always wanted to record us doing this, but we never really bothered trying.
Inflatable watercraft. Hits sink or swim.
There's one.
Couscous. The non-Italian
okay.
pasta. Modeling dough. Creativity takes shape.
Is that a pun?
And wicker products. The upside of being a basket case.
That's definitely a pun. I think that the take shape would be a pun. I'm gonna count it.
Range from rafts and dinghies to canoes and kayaks. They're less expensive than conventional boats and easier to store and transport.
Hey, well, I'm a pretty small guy. You think I could fit in that one?
Just throw your boat in the trunk and unfold and inflate it when you get to your aquatic destination.
I've never seen you, Brett.
Whether it's a raft,
I'm pretty sure that was a tiny model.
Boat
Either that or a boat for ants.
lake, An inflatable watercraft begins with sturdy, waterproof material.
I'd hope so.
This company uses a millimeter-thick PVC fabric that has a nylon or polyester fiber core. After workers trace and cut out the pieces that will form the boat, they connect them with a strip of the same material, fusing them together using a machine with a propane flame.
Does it have propane accessory flames too?
Yeah, do we need to get hand kill on this? So they
Yep, that's definitely a 2.
The intense heat melts the surface of the PVC.
I match the
until
2s with the
pieces
2s
bond.
and the 3s with the 3s. My job is all about
Here's
numbers.
the bonding action in slow
Yeah, you could
motion.
say I have a heavily mathematic-based job.
Next, they fuse a strip of pure PVC to the underside.
Oh,
of
I
the
see.
joint.
So it's better than the
This
other
ensures that
PVC.
air won't leak out of the boat
This
where
is the
pieces
pure
connect.
PVC from.
Yes, none
From
of
the
that
wealthy
peasant
neighborhood.
PVC.
Inflating the boat will pull on the material.
Why is that a two-person job?
The air valve. So they
I think it's just
reinforce
like the
that
2 big
area
flaps.
with a round piece of PVC
I guess.
called a doubler. This high-frequency welding machine applies.
Okay, what's he putting a coffee can there
127
for?
Yeah, really, that's just a tin
and
can.
keep generating FM waves to fuse the doubler in place. Then they cut a hole
Oh, now you're
in
just
the
trying to make the
middle of
process sound
doubler
fancy.
for the air valve.
FM waves.
Really
Next
digging this
come the
background music.
Cones
Oh, yeah.
support the weight of the motor and enable the boat to plane, to rise above the water when traveling at high speed.
Well, you know, that's
Using
one of the
the
things you want a
propane
boat to
flame
do.
machine, workers seal together the ends of the boat, then insert the inside cone piece just before they close her up completely. They
Yeah, what
finish
is
off
this?
the seal
It's just
using
random
the
pieces of metal that they have
high-frequency
around that
welding
they
machine,
use to press things with.
then pull the cone piece through.
Okay, well, don't break it. There you go.
They inflate the boat until the
Don't,
pressure.
don't be like
forces
Mark
the
and just
cone
fucking
piece
break
into
things all the
place.
time just for fun. It's like we get through half the production, Mark comes and just
They
snaps it in
seal
half.
all around it with heavy-duty caulking.
Okay, that's a
Stick
lot
on
of
the
caulking.
outside cone piece. Then screw it securely in place.
Well, you know, they don't want any
inflate
leaks,
the
bro.
boat fully now to perfect the seal and to expel the excess caulking.
Well, maybe
Now
there
they
wouldn't be any
install what's
excess
called
caulking
the
if you didn't
transom,
use as
a
much.
plank of wood that
Maybe they
supports
should
the
use
motor
enough.
at the rear of the boat. They cover it in boat fabric using a
Boat
plastic
fabric.
ready-made glue that is resistant
Boat
to the
fabric. What
fiery
is
heat
boat
of the
fabric?
sun.
Well,
They
see,
apply
Brett,
the
it's
same
obviously
glue
the
to
kind of,
piece
it's
material
obviously
that will
like
become the
fabric that
underside
boats
of the
wear.
boat,
Like, you know, like
and position it in
shirts would be
place.
made of human fabric.
That sounds terrifying. I don't want any human fabric.
After gluing on a bumper made of hard PVC, they coat the
Oh, yes,
boat's
much harder than
underside
the
in
normal
a liquid
PVC.
plastic resin. This protects the bottom when the boat runs aground over rocks and sand. They test inflate the keel, a stabilizer that runs the length of the boat. Then they deflate it and begin installing the floor. The floor is made up of 5 connected pieces, 3 made of aluminum and 2 made of fiberglass, plastic, or wood. The hole in the floor is for the keel's air valve. After inflating the boat, they inflate the keel.
Now the boat's pregnant. Good job.
Now they can take
Yeah,
measurements
so what
to
do you do in the
determine
factory?
where to
Oh, you know, I
position
impregnate the
oars.
boats.
Wait, you
First,
what?
They glue on the oar locks, the pieces that hold the oars in place. The oars are made of aluminum, so they're lightweight and they won't rust. The motor is 6 horsepower to 50 horsepower.
Oh, God, that
depending
is
on the
not
size
safe.
of the boat.
Next thing you know, they try to do like a nice kind of like trick, and they try to do a barrel roll.
I
The
feel like that's a
propeller
bad idea.
slashes a guy's throat.
Couscous is a traditional staple of North African cuisine.
I have
It
never
looks
heard of
like
this
a
food.
grain, but it's
I have
actually
before. I
pasta.
still don't. I
These
still have no
days,
idea what it
few
is.
people make couscous from scratch. Even in North Africa, they usually buy their couscous ready-made and just steam cook it. Couscous is the product of
So it's like a
culinary
Philly
simplicity.
cheesesteak. No matter where
It's
you
made
go to
from
get it,
one
people are going to say you're not
ingredient
getting
and
it
one
right.
ingredient alone.
Alright.
Wheat.
Oh, I've got a friend that's like that. Anytime I tell him that I don't like a type of food, he just goes, well, you haven't had the right kind. Constant. Every time I mention food, I can't even
You're
do
left
it.
with a coarser wheat flour called semolina. That's the flour from which they make couscous. The first step is known as
Okay,
hydration.
flour crap.
That,
Let's get
that
going.
does
Food
not look
processor
sanitary.
measures about 1/3 water.
Well, it
to
could be
2/3
worse. Do you remember
semolina,
corn?
Then mixes them for 3
Do you remember
minutes.
chocolate?
The flour particles absorb the liquid and bloat
Yeah,
into
I
a
do.
raw dough. The dough particles then go
How'd they get
into
a camera in
rotating
there?
Drum, where they spin for
Well,
7
like, I think
minutes.
some of these machines
This
have, like,
rounds
little
them into
bits you can
balls of
open.
varying sizes.
Probably.
But maybe this thing might just be open like that, actually.
A screen inside the drum
Right now, all I'm
sifts
seeing right now
out
is corn
the big
pops.
clumps.
Don't eat them. It's not done yet. No! I said no!
The raw dough balls go into a giant
At least he
steam
was wearing
cooker
gloves.
For 15 minutes.
Okay, you gotta give him that.
100 degrees
Most of the time it's
Celsius
just bare hands and then he
cooks the
tosses
dough
it back
by
in there.
gelatinizing the starch
Yeah, this
for
guy
heat.
was actually really good. He had gloves. He didn't put it right back in. You know
As
what?
The couscous
I approve of this
balls
guy.
Exit the steam cooker stuck together. Giant revolving
stick your hand in
blades
there.
break them up.
Oh, Brett, I was half expecting you to go, do it.
Nope, I don't want any part of that. That
The
doesn't look like
soggy
food. That
couscous
doesn't look like
now
something I want to
enters a
eat.
rotating dryer
It looks like
where
that's
it
how you make a
spins
sponge.
for 18 minutes.
Especially when it's
This
called
removes
soggy couscous,
22%
sounds like
of the
not
water.
food and sounds like a
The
euphemism
remaining
for something.
moisture is necessary to prevent the couscous from drying out in the package. As the couscous pours out of the dryer onto the conveyor belt that funnels it to the next
Oh yeah, this
station,
machine is just a little
you can
broken. It's not
see that the
supposed to
balls
vibrate,
are
it just
much
happens.
drier and relatively uniform in size.
Relatively.
But they're still
Truth is, none of
hot,
them are the same
so they
size.
go off to a refrigeration
They're still
chamber
steaming
for
hot,
2
so this
minutes
guy
to
just stuck
cool.
his hand in them.
As the couscous exits the chamber,
We didn't even see the
it
third-degree
runs through
burns
a
and
screening
blisters.
machine that separates
Maybe they were
the
really
balls called
well-insulated,
grains by
heat-proof
size.
gloves.
Medium and fine couscous go
Or-
off to their
or
respective
maybe
storage
that's
silos,
just
while
use it
grains
from
that are
Marco's
too
hand.
big or too small go back
Sure.
to be reprocessed.
They can just deal with it.
The couscous
No, they don't
making
even have to
process,
deal with it. It's
from
just
wheat
they
semolina
can just
to the finished
walk it off.
product, has taken just 45 minutes. As we've seen, most of the cooking's been done by the factory, so all the consumer will have to do is steam this ready-made couscous for just 5 minutes on the stove or in the microwave. This factory packages its couscous in bulk quantities as well as in smaller meal-sized portions.
Brett, I'm going to tell you something right now.
What?
This whole process was just to get something made from, like, wheat that vaguely tastes like rice.
Alright, it just seems like they took wheat and then grinded it down and then continued to grind it down until it eventually became a
Today,
powdery
ready-made couscous
wheat.
comes in many different
And that's about
flavors.
it. Doesn't seem like they've done much to the process.
And depending on the dish you're making, or
It looks
your
like they just kind of
personal
stopped before
preference,
making
you
bread
can
and just
choose
decided to not
medium
make
grain
bread.
or fine grain.
Yeah, they were like, well, we could make this flour, but nah.
Plain or flavored couscous is becoming an increasingly
No, they did
popular
make it flour.
side
That was
dish,
literally the first
an
step.
alternative to rice, potatoes, or noodles. You can even buy
Oh, so they
main
just went farther
course
than they needed
couscous
to.
kits that come with a can of vegetables and a
Couscous
packet of
kits.
sauce.
Well, now they gotta show us how all the fruit is made, too.
Yeah, what the hell?
There's nothing little kids love more than digging their hands into a mound of squishy modeling dough.
That's
then
not true.
rolling and shaping it. It's a
I don't know if there's
hands-on
nothing they
experience in
love more than
creativity,
that,
made
but I
all the
can
more fun
tell you
by
they probably
modeling
like
doughs
that, yeah.
come in bright colors and yummy scents.
I
Just
feel like
in
we may have
case
missed a
little
pun.
Billy decides to snack on his artistic creation, this scented modeling dough is made entirely of food ingredients, flavorings and colorings, salt,
Play-Doh is
flour,
fun to
hot
eat.
water,
Wow,
and
what
secret
liars.
ingredients the company won't divulge. The key to achieving
Is it
just
mystery
right
meat? Do they put
consistency
mystery
is
meat in it?
meticulous measurement. They use
No, it's long
electronic
pig.
scales to
What is
precision
long
weigh
pig?
each ingredient.
Oh, people meat.
Oh. Yes, our new color of
Bit by
crayon,
bit,
Soylent
they
Green.
Pour the dry ingredients and flavorings into the mixer. The amount of hot water they add varies according to the color and scent they're producing.
That's
The
also a company
proportions are
secret.
About 30% water to 70%.
They can't know about our
ingredients.
32 Kelvin water.
The last ingredient is food.
No
it doesn't
more,
even
no
flow
less.
because it's fucking frozen, but you know, whatever.
Here's where we
For
pour the
modeling
children's
dough
blood.
To come out just right, the mixing time has to be precisely 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Oh, that's not a
When the
trade
dough
secret?
comes out, it's roughly the consistency of pie dough.
Oh, come on. It's not even
quite
done yet.
far
Why are you
from all
playing
that
with it?
churning, 70 degrees Celsius
Just get it
to
at
be
the
exact.
store.
But there's no need to cool it.
Seriously,
before
he just can't
packaging.
handle himself. He has to start playing with it.
It goes right into a machine called.
That's way too satisfying to watch.
Container-sized portions.
Oh, come on, put some gloves on, dude. Some killed children are gonna put that in their mouths.
Yeah, children don't want your AIDS.
The finish.
Fuck, wait! It's not even down the funnel yet.
You're putting way too much in, dude.
It's gonna overflow. It's gonna hit the floor.
Doesn't stick to things and won't stain clothes or upholstery. A machine called the container distributor lines up the plastic containers.
Man, I wonder what that machine does.
Well, obviously it makes the Play-Doh mint flavored bread.
Then the stuffer drops a wad of hot dough into
Oh
each one.
god, what? The stuffer drops a wad of hot dough?
As the containers move down the line, on goes
Who
a
wrote
custom
this?
stamp with the production date. A compression roller then runs over the
Obviously
cover
she
to
did.
create an airtight seal.
Oh god. This is supposed to be
Last but not
educational. This is a
least,
children's
a colorful
product.
sticker to boldly identify
But
the
who is it
scent.
supposed to educate?
Apparently a more adult-oriented audience.
Who educates the educators?
Who watches the Watchmen?
Yeah.
Here we see the
containers
Play-Doh escalator.
pass through a metal
Oh, yeah.
detector. A precautionary
What?
measure in case some metal shards roll
Yeah, in
off
case
the
that
container
asshole's wedding ring got in there.
unnoticed in the
Wait,
dough.
you're saying that means that must have had to
The
happen
company
before they
lab
implemented
is
that.
continually developing new
Yeah, they found that
scents.
other asshole's wedding ring in there. I said it myself.
Wow.
This brand
They weren't even
comes
using
in
gloves.
36 different
Lucky kid who
scents
finds
so
it.
far. From a variety of fruits.
This literally has different flavors. This thing is meant to be eaten.
Fun to play with, fun to
Kid-friendly
eat.
foods.
Kids, you heard it here first on the clipsvh channel.
Okay, well maybe Play-Doh isn't fun to eat because Play-Doh doesn't have different flavors like chocolate cake.
The lab is also constantly experimenting.
Look, they have a
with
flavor
colors,
chemist
though
for this.
Some, such as purples, are quite difficult to produce. Children, of course, can make their own colors simply by combining existing ones.
I had no idea.
See, the company doesn't tell you this, but this is how they make green.
It's another trade secret.
Yeah.
If you leave the modeling dough out of
Gotta
the
admit, those
sealed
are some pretty
container
solid
for too
animals.
long, it'll dry out.
I couldn't make better than
Because
that.
this brand is water-based, not oil-based like some others, you can revive it. All you have to do is add a few drops of water, knead it a bit, then put it back in the sealed container. After a few hours, your scented modeling dough will be as good as new.
This is how you turn a clown into a crossdresser.
Admittedly, that's pretty cool because, like, you know, it sucks when Play-Doh dries out.
Wicker
Yeah, that's
is
a
thin
pretty good
branches
idea.
or vines
Yeah.
flexible enough to be woven. Many plants can be used for wicker, such as willow and rattan. Quality wicker is very durable. You can find antique wicker furniture that's as sturdy today as in its heyday.
Quality wicker,
Hey.
not any of that other wicker.
None of that cheap-ass wicker.
That shit wicker.
The
Oh, Etch-a-Sketch!
oldest
Mark
Oh
is
no,
back.
the Etch-a-Sketch art.
Dates back to
Let's see if it's good or
1400
not.
BC.
Oh, it looks like not.
Archaeologists discovered it in Egypt. where in ancient times
What does that
people
thing have to
used
do with
wicker
Egypt?
chairs.
What even was that, a
Hand-woven
bench?
wicker furniture was the rage
know.
in Europe and North America in the 1800s. To meet
That's
this
supposed to be a
demand,
wicker
trade
piece of
schools
furniture?
churned out master wicker weavers. But by the
God, this
1930s,
is not her best
manufacturers
Etch-a-Sketch work.
developed a paper fiber
No, I thought
to
Mark,
mimic the
Turtleneck
wicker
Mark
wicker
did the
and
Etch-a-Sketch work.
large mechanized
No, well, no,
looms
it depends
to
on
do
who
weaving.
the commentator is. Etch-a-Sketch Mark has done some pretty good Etch-a-Sketches, in my opinion. He does have off days. Maybe this is just one of her off days. You never know.
Today's
Okay.
genuine wicker items are usually
Oh,
made
now it's
with rattan
genuine
wood,
wicker.
rattan
None of
palm
that
tree
pussy
branches
shit
stripped of
fake
their bark,
wicker.
then
Can you be
processed
any
into
more
different
exclusive?
diameters and profiles. At this workshop, they use a manual loom to
At
weave
this
wicker
workshop.
hampers. Taking what's known as flat oval rattan core, flat on one side, rounded on the other, they run
I feel like
horizontal
this could be
strands
done way
through
faster
vertical
by a
strands
machine.
in an under
She
and
is
over
literally
pattern,
doing the most.
working between the hamper's wooden frame and its fiberboard lining.
She has to say all
They
this
keep
for all the wicker
vertical
plebes
strands
out there.
taut by tying them to weighted ropes. It's important to keep moistening the rattan with hot water to keep it supple enough to manipulate.
Oh my god, supple.
They weave one thin round strand after every 13-centimeter high section.
For those
of
who don't
flat
know,
oval.
supple is one of those
There's
words
no
that you cannot
structural
say
reason for
without
this
sounding
pattern.
creepy.
It's purely aesthetic.
There's nothing you can describe as
A
supple
wicker
without it
wastebasket
becoming
begins
instantly
with a
uncomfortable.
base that dictates the shape.
I don't know.
They
I wasn't made
insert
uncomfortable by
vertical
that.
stakes of round
That was
rattan
probably
core
one of the
along
best
its
ways
perimeter.
that she could have said
Then
supple
below
when
the
talking
base,
about
bend each
pieces
stake
of wicker.
over the next, then under the one after that.
Yeah, that might be one of the few
This
cases
forms
where it
what's
actually,
called the
you know,
foot border,
works
a
and
bottom
makes sense.
rim that holds the base securely in place.
Or if you're talking about wood.
And now they
Yeah.
insert a wooden form and begin weaving. First, a small section of
God,
round
I feel like
rows,
this job
then a
would drive
large
me
section
crazy.
Of flat oval ones. Slowly
Well,
and patiently, they
this
work
woman
their
is a
way to the
crafter.
top,
She
never
likes this.
resorting to glue or staples to hold the strands together.
Yeah, you
Only
wicker
a hook
plebes.
to
Don't use fucking
compress the rows
staples.
for a
Fuck's
neat
wrong with
and
you?
tight weave.
This is how
Every
we make
so often,
real
they use
wicker.
pliers to tear off a
We
stray
do this all with
fiber.
our bare hands.
Now for
Like
the
Marco
finishing
and
touch.
Yusuf.
They braid
Exactly.
what's left of the vertical stakes into a
We
decorative
don't need them
top
though
rim.
because like we don't need machines
This
for this.
particular braiding
They're also too
technique is
expensive.
very complex, requiring all 10 fingers and a special tool to pry stubborn strands apart. They snip off the excess with a cutter.
So Rumia would never be able to do this job.
When they're finished, they remove the modular wooden form. Its components are numbered, so they'll know how to reassemble them for the next basket. Another more decorative way to finish the top of a basket is this arch technique. They trim each vertical stake, bend it into an arch, then tuck it into the basket 3 stakes over.
Man, all of this work just for someone to put their garbage in this bin.
This measuring tool ensures the arches are of equal height.
It's not a
while
measuring
this
tool,
metal
that's a
device
stick of
creates
wood.
A space into which to tuck each stake. Wicker weavers
Yeah, that's
create
just a fucking
magnificent
dowel. It's like-
designs by combining various shapes and sizes of rattan. A strand can be as thick as a pencil or as thin as a needle. While this doesn't
Make it as thin
quite
as the
fall
hair,
under
then
the
I'll be
category of
impressed.
Wicker, it's not uncommon to see wicker workshops use other natural materials. Here, they're weaving a chair seat out of cord made from seagrass.
Yeah, I feel like I could never have this
There's
job. It would
also
drive me
wicker
crazy.
seating material. This
Why,
pre-woven
like, just
sheet
all the
is called
patterns and
cane
stuff?
seating
Yeah.
or
No, it's just the fact that you're
rattan
literally
peel.
doing the
It's
same
made
thing
from the
over. I'm
bark
okay with
stripped
doing the
off
same
the
thing over and
rattan
over again,
branch.
but it eventually
First,
hits the
they
point
force
where
it
you're
into
literally
a
just
groove
going
in the
over,
chair's
under,
wooden
over,
Whoa,
under, and
I
that's your
thought you
job.
didn't glue this shit!
Wow,
A strip
they're
of
snooping
rattan
down to low
core with
levels
a
I didn't
pointed
think they would
edge.
get to.
They wedge that edge
I
into
thought you
the
were
groove,
wicker plebes!
hammering
What,
it
what the
down
fuck?
to hold the rattan peel in place. Then they trim off the excess.
I think I could see what you mean though. Like after a while, it'd just be kind of grating.
Because wicker is
And I did not
wood,
see a
it
single
can be
iPod
stained
on one of
or
those people.
painted, or left its
Like if
natural
you're
color.
just in
Whatever the
silence
finish,
with
they
nothing but
give
your
it
wicker,
2
I
or
would
3
be
coats
driven
of
crazy.
varnish for
Well, remember,
protection.
there's no sound from the actual thing. Maybe they have like a stereo next to them. Maybe a couple of those guys have a boombox. You don't know.
If you have any
Made of
comments
wicker.
about the show,
Yeah.
or if
It's an
you'd
all
like to
wicker
suggest
boombox.
topics for future shows,
Even the
drop
circuits.
us a line.
It better not have glue in it.
www.howitismade.net.
Yeah, you fucking plebes. No glue. No, they never glue it.
Made crew vehicle
Then, like,
is courtesy of
2 minutes
Subaru
later, they glue.
Canada.
Kinks in Assembly put the police bike's NYPD debut
Wait,
in
what?
jeopardy. Tonight.
What
on
is this
American
ad for this
What?
show that I do not care about?
Why did you leave that in?
Creative differences
I don't
generate
know.
tension on the Hildebrandt restoration. It's American Hot Rod. Tonight.
What does American Hot Rod have to do with how? What?
Scientists know that another massive eruption is due. They just don't know when or where. Super volcano.
Oh
Sunday.
man, a scarecumentary.
Well, luckily we don't have to watch those 3 shows. We can continue on How It's Made.
Oh yeah.
All right, now we go back
Let's
into
not-
the series.
Let's not forget about it. That super volcano we've got. That's up by you.
What super volcano we've got?
Well, closer to you than me. Yellowstone National Park.
Ah, I see. So this one is...
Yeah, it's like on top of like the caldera of like a super volcano.
Okay.
Anyway.
So this one is wind.
Wind
Generators.
generators, PVC gloves, thermoformed glass fire trucks.
Wait, is it boat PVC? Is it hard PVC?
I don't know. Maybe it's fucking anime Japanese girl doll PVC.
Oh god, why would you make gloves out of that material?
All right, we're gonna do this one too.
Of course.
Okay.
So thermoformed glass.
All right, let me just open this up.
And then fire trucks. I thought it was thermoformed glass fire trucks, and I thought that's very specific.
Yeah. All right, you ready for this?
Yes, I've got the categories written down, so when she makes a pun, I can easily make a tally.
You know what? Let me update my running gags
2.
with hot dough.
Hot dough. Okay.
Oh man.